Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. And I'm gonna do another Ask Reddit because I've been trying to think of some things to talk about and nothing's not it's not popping up. I'm lost right now with Reddit podcast episode ideas. So first question on Ask Reddit: what will you never tolerate? Negativity. Just like rudeness, negativity, like that's just something that I can't tolerate. Like if you're that person where you feel like you gotta be just negative towards a person's dreams or just be negative towards a person just at all, like I won't tolerate that type of stuff. Like it's something like if I'm telling somebody like what I want to do with my life and they're just trying to shoot it down as many times as they possibly can, like, yep, you are somebody I do not want to talk to, and therefore, yeah, conversations will be very, very limited with that person. So, rudeness, negativity, all that stuff, I won't tolerate that. Next question, men of Reddit. What's a thing that can be scary about being a man? Being kicked in the nuts. That's one thing for sure. Like, you don't want to be kicked. Like, I'm always afraid that there's going to be that person where they think I said or did something to them, and then that's the one thing that they're going to aim for. That or being, that's because I remember there was this movie called Hard Candy. And the girl, but the guy had it coming because them guys is like the guys in that movie was living reckless, but a girl, like I would have to say, like, my fear, if it's coming from a woman, that she's trying to like take my manhood. Like, she's serious, like because no, there's a scene in that movie where she was acting like she was cutting the man's junk off, but she wasn't. But yeah, it's some stuff like that where I'm like thinking that a group of women are gonna like tie me up and then use me as like a message towards men and stuff, and I'm like, I haven't even done nothing. So I have to say that's probably the scariest thing about being a man, having a group of women trying to kill you and stuff. Like, and I don't know, there ain't no reason for a group of women to kill me, but that's something where I'm like, dang, bro. If I was like found myself like tied up in the, I'm just gonna start acting crazy. I'm gonna start really losing my mind and acting crazy. Like I think that's honestly the best way out of a situation like that. So that's probably what I would have to say scariest thing: getting kicked in your privates, or a group of women trying to use you as a message towards men and stuff, and then have you hanging upside down doing some old weird stuff. I don't know, but anyways, this is the question I ain't even got to answer, but I'll read it off anyways. It's a serious question for gay men. What was your sorry ladies I like men moment? Yeah, like what I don't know. Like that's because I feel like that's, I don't know. Can a woman see if a man's gay or not? Like, I feel like that's the question. That's the question that I need some water because my throat, it's been like acting scratchy like all of last week, and it's just some annoying, man. I need some water. But yeah, I'm like, there's some men where I can look at them and be like, yeah, they most likely they will punch a woman in the face if they try to flirt with them. And then there's like, I don't know, like, can a woman tell? Like, can a woman even notice some stuff like that to where that question is like not even answered? I feel like that's something that I just don't hear. Like, that's something that I've never heard in my life and things. So that's why I'm like, it's kind of like, huh? Like, I've heard it the other way around where like a woman's like, oh, sorry, I don't like men, but I don't know. They usually a man doesn't just come out and just be all like, oh, sorry, ladies, like, I'm like I like men and things, but yeah, it's like usually they'll go and post some YouTube video of their coming out story and things. That's usually how men do it, and that's how you usually find out if that man's gay or not. But yeah, you never hear of like a man that like, oh, sorry, I don't like women and things. I'm like, I never heard of that. So therefore, that most likely that doesn't exist. I ain't never heard of that and things, but it probably does, like, across the world where I'm not there and things. But anyways, next question: if people came with warning labels, what would yours say? Oh, warning. Lots of jokes will be told. Like, you will laugh if you're hanging around with me. That's honestly what I just like want from people. Just to be laughing. Like, don't be sad, don't be down. Like, you're just gonna be laughing when you're with me and things. So I hope you enjoy laughing. But next question: what is a dead giveaway that a fellow anonymous redditor is the same age as you? I wouldn't know. I feel like my age, it's like, it's not rare, but at the same time, it's not like, I feel like my age range goes like a lot of different ways. Like, I feel like that I'm like, there's because there's probably like 18-year-olds, like 17-year-olds where they're thinking the same thing as me or living the same life as me. And then there's probably some 30-year-old living the same life as me and things. So, I don't know. Maybe the way they talk. Maybe if it's the way they talk and things. Because I'm like, not too many not too many like older generation people talk the way that the younger generation talks. So that's probably it's a generation thing. I feel like it ain't like a person's the same age as me where it's like a dead giveaway and things. I feel like it's just a generation like type stuff. Like if they should just pay attention to the way like your parents talk on the phone. Maybe they might talk the same way as you, but I feel like especially moms, they send out a lot of emojis and things. When moms discovered emojis, oh my goodness, phones was never the same again. So, bro, my throat is still scratchy. I'm gonna hurry up and record this episode because I just think the room now I'm in, my room, it's just stuffy, and I'm trying to not be in here. Like, it's if I am, like, I want to be tired and getting ready to go to sleep and stuff. So, like, I just took a cough drop, and I'm like, and it's a dual action cough drop. I'm trying to understand, like, why is my throat feel scratchy and stuff? It's just so annoying. But anyways, next question. What is something that affects people, but you have immunity to it? Racism. Like, no, seriously. People can call me the N-word. And I feel like it has something to do with, like, YouTube. And just off of, like, just seeing, like, how racism is. Because it's always, like, some scary old person that's always racist. It's never, like, somebody the same age as me that's going to be racist. But it's always, like, some scary old... Because I feel like a scary old person, they're probably all like, oh, this young black kid's not going to swing on me and stuff. So, therefore, I can say whatever I want and do whatever I want. He's going to be the one... everybody's going to be attacking him because he's attacking old people and stuff. But... yeah, I'm like, I feel like, yeah, racism, I mean, either way, like, whether it's a young person or an old person, I just, like, if they're being racist towards me, I'm like, oh, okay, like, I guess that's overall, like, how you feel and stuff, and how I feel about racism, because I know people will probably ask me, like, how do you feel about it? I see it as this, like, overall, yes, they're calling me a derogatory black name. But the root, and I've said this numerous times, like in YouTube videos where I'm talking about racism, but the overall root of what they're calling me is a black person. So I see it as that, yeah, in a rude way, they are calling me a black person. So overall, I can't be mad at them. So yeah, therefore, racism, it just won't work on me. You could call me every racist name in the book. The N-word. You can call me racist names for movies. You can call me a porch monkey. You can call me everything possible. You can even come up with a racist name. It's like, if you can come up with one, and I'm like, that's creative. Like, I always look forward to, like, a new racist name. Like, when I get called the N-word, I'm like, man, think of something else. Like, dang, I'm tired of the N-word. Like, not so much as, like, I'm offended, but just, like, dang, come up with something else. Like, you could still be racist, but just say something else. Like, I need something new in my life. So, anyways, next question. You have found a supercomputer that has an answer to every question in the universe you could think of, but you can ask only one. What is your question? Wow. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, that's not... man, how do you... And they know, and I feel like I'll ask the question, and then I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm like, why only gotta be one question? I'm like, seriously, I'd rather spend the time going and making another. I'd rather spend the time making about 100 of them computers so I can have 100 questions. All right, because I can't just settle with one question. But first, I need me a water break. I'm trying to do everything I can. It's like my throat is just, it's just so irritating. My throat's like scratchy like this. Like it's seriously, it's annoying. It's very, very annoying. But I don't know. I don't like that question. I need more than just one question. But if I had to ask, like, I don't know, man. Like, dang. Like I then they and it's if they know every like answer, I feel like I if it's like they just know, like I get like one good question to where they're like, and it's like, and they will give me an answer, like doesn't matter what kind of question it is. I had to probably ask, like, who is going to be the girl I marry, and yeah, just end up spending the rest of my life with her. Like, who is that girl? So then I don't have to worry about going on a bunch of, I'm like, I just find out who this girl is, let her know everything. This, I'm like, look, I found this crazy computer. They let me know that it let me, I asked like who was going to be the girl I end up marrying and spending the rest of my life with. It said it was you. Here I am. Like, that girl would probably be like off in freaking Italy somewhere. I'm like, I travel too. I save up, travel. I try to figure out who she is, where she's at and things. Yeah, I do some catfish stuff if I need to. I would do some catfish searching around. But anyways, yeah, I think that's what I would do. That would probably be the question I ask. Like, it just, I don't know. That's like some Twilight Zone stuff, man. I don't like that. But anyways, next question. What just makes zero sense in 2019? Probably like the cringy kids on the internet. Like, if you guys download that app TikTok and you see some of the kids on there, it makes no sense why they act the way they do. Like, I don't understand it. I seriously don't. So that to me probably, that makes zero sense. Like, it makes no sense at all why them kids be acting like that. But anyways, if flying economy is one of the most expensive ways to feel poor, what's the cheapest ways to feel wealthy? Ah, man, what's one of the cheapest ways to feel wealthy? Oh, probably going to a store, buying like, oh, well, no, I don't know, saving the money that you got, maybe, I don't know, like, just, and then overall, like, seeing it as a high number and stuff, like, I feel like that's, and then just keep saving it until you are like in a wealthy state and things. But I don't know. That's my answer to that. And then next question: what's your favorite quote made by a villain? Recently, it's been this scene from The Dark Knight where he's all like, come on, do it. I want you to hit me, come on and do it," and things like that's probably my favorite quote right now from a villain. Because there's like, I guess it was like when Batman's getting ready to like hit him with a car or do something like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Dark Knight. So I don't remember all of the scenes from that movie and things. But they've been showing that like as a picture and stuff of the Joker. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably my favorite quote right now. It ain't really a quote, but just something that I can think of off the spot and stuff. But next question, serious question. They say everyone we meet is fighting a battle we know nothing about, so we should always be kind. What battle are you fighting? I don't know. I had to say probably like, I wouldn't say it's like full on depression, but I had to say it's like in the stages of it. Like, there's like some depressing moments where I'm like, dang, like, just like, like sitting here like recording this podcast or like making a YouTube video and things, like there has been times where I'm just like, dang, man, like I just don't. Oh, it's a dog barking outside. But anyways, there's times where I'm like, man, like I just like I don't have the energy, and I just kind of sit there and just be like moping and things, like just kind of like acting, all depressed and stuff. So that's probably something that I have to say that I'm dealing with. Yeah. Then just based off of stuff that doesn't happen in my life, I'm like, it kind of like it gets to you. But overall, like now, I'm like, man, I'm just trying to be happy. I'm trying to like just ignore all of this stuff. I mean, it still like lingers in my mind. It still sits in my mind and stuff. But just trying to be happy at this point. Trying to find happiness, But anyways, next question: what school rule had to be put in place because of you? Probably talking in class, maybe. I don't know that I tried to follow all the school rules, but if there was days where I really just didn't care, yep, cell phones out in class, cracking jokes in class, wearing hats on the school campus. And for those that where you're like your school doesn't trip about that, yeah, our school tripped about that. In fact, it was funny. Well, one of my friends, he didn't even go to my school. He actually went to school out in Cali, but he was saying how he got suspended from school for wearing a. I think he was saying it was his hood, or it was. I think it was a hoodie or something. He was wearing his hood, and yeah, there's like no, they didn't go that far, but my school they would put you in detention and things. They'll give you like 2 hours of detention. Then there was a one detention lady. She was like going up and down. It was the week the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. And it was like really cold that week too. So everybody in the school campus was wearing hats, and she's just going up and down the hallways just snatching their hats off. I'm like, I wish she would. I seriously wish she would. I find one of my friends with the longest fingernails. I'm like, please scratch my forehead, because I'm about to. No, this teacher, I'm seriously, I'm gonna get her in trouble. To where I'm like, she's just no longer allowed to leave her office, do nothing. She gotta sit there and suffer. So that's what I would do. But anyways. Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't too many school rules where it was like they had to get on me about it a lot, because I overall tried to follow the rules and stuff. So, because I was like, look, I ain't trying to get no 2 hours of detention, be wasting my time. So, anyways, next question. Surgeons of Reddit. What was your first surgery on a real life human? Like, dang, I would imagine. Dang, it's like when you sit down and think about it, dang, doctors had to operate on a person for the first time. That would be so scary, because I'm like, you do they probably got like little simulations and stuff to where you're doing it, but I'm like, dang, like I just like there's probably that I don't know. I mean, I had like surgery before. I wouldn't really technically call it surgery, but I mean technically it could be counted as surgery. But I remember I had this part of my tongue that was like anchored down to like it was like having my tongue just being like held down, so there were certain words that started with an R that I couldn't say. And yeah, it was just like I remember I was like the doctor, he had to like put some Novocaine on it and then use this laser thing to like try to just like melt it down. And I'm like, dang, if he had been like, oh yeah, this is my first time ever doing this, it probably was. Because I don't even know. I don't know too many people that have it. There was a friend of mine, she was saying that she knew somebody that had it. Then there was a friend I went to school with, she had it. But that was about it. I don't know that too many other people where they had that problem and stuff. So I was like, but no, I was happy when I got that. But dang, I'm like, thinking about it, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Doctor had to operate on a person for the first time. That's like something that you don't think of, and then when you think of it, you're like, wow, that's crazy. I was like, next time I go see a doctor, I'm all like, bro, how was it the first time? Like, what were you? I know you had to be nervous. I know you had to be, but anyways, next question. What scientific discovery would change the course of humanity overnight if it was discovered? Maybe like hunger, maybe like world hunger or something like that. But they ain't really like scientific and things. But I don't know. I have to say something like that. Maybe I don't know. I honestly do not know. I ain't even like science growing up. So, anyways, next question: boys and men of Reddit. How did you discover? Wow. I feel like that's a question I shouldn't even have to answer. Because I'm like, that's somewhere I'm like, but I don't know. I mean, if people do find this question, y'all looking for an answer from me, like I don't know. I don't know. That's a question I don't feel comfortable answering. Because I'm like, that's just some weird stuff. Because I'm like, y'all don't need to know my personal life, especially on a question like that. So I will not answer that question. It's like this a dark that I'm skipping them two. There's like two questions I'm skipping them two because they all like, well, the first one is just kind of weird. The next one is just all dark and demonic. But next question: what's something you're tired of seeing on Reddit? These promoted ads, because I was just like, I thought that somebody was like posting a photo of themselves in the in the thing in the Ask Reddit. I'm like, I thought they said that wasn't allowed, but yeah, I'm like these promoted ads or something. But I don't know. I'm not on Reddit too much. Like this is really the only time I go on Reddit to go and look at to do this like episodes for my podcast and things. That's about it. But next question, what was the best mistake you have ever made? Becoming a YouTuber. I had to say that was like, because it was like, I had to say at first I didn't really know what I was doing. So it was kind of a mistake like getting on here and things and then just like uploading some random and weird videos and stuff. But then at the same time it paid off because now I know so much about a lot of things like with video editing, gaming, just videos in general. Like I know a lot of different things now. And it's like all thanks to YouTube. So I had to say, like, you know, it motivated me to like know more about different things. So I have to say that was the best mistake I've ever made. Then next question, you've been recruited for a heist. What special skill do you bring to the team? Can't be a getaway driver. I can't be a shooter. I don't know, man. Freaking dang. I don't know what special skills I can bring to the table. Like I can put money in, like I don't know. I was trying to think like maybe like put the money in each individual account. Like I'm saying when it comes to heists, like if you guys like no, go to my gaming channel, search up Payday 2. And there's a bunch of videos of me playing like this video game. And it's like a heist game. So you like robbing banks, clubs, all these other different places. And yeah, I'm just not cut out for it. So yeah, I'm just overall not cut out for that type of stuff. So probably nothing. I can a distractor maybe. I could distract a person. Like they go in there and I just like going on the floor and just start acting real crazy or something. Like I don't know. That's probably all I can do. Like, just act real crazy. Just stand in the middle of the lobby, strip down butt naked, and just start screaming. Like, that's really the only thing that I could possibly just be a really good distraction. Run around for a little bit, then, like, just, and, like, let them know. I'm like, all right, how many times? Because I'm like, you guys going to have to do, like, some secret sneaking. So let me know the amount of time it takes, okay, to, like, break in, get the money, get out. And then that's the amount of time I'll cause this distraction. But until then, if they're all like, I can't do that, then yeah, I'm like, well, then I guess I could just be the mascot for you guys because I can't provide nothing. So, I can't shoot people. I don't want to hold a gun because then I might accidentally shoot somebody. I ain't doing it. Nope, not doing it at all. So, next question. All you can eat buffet workers, what are your horror stories? I don't know. Dang, that's another thing. Like, dang, you don't even think like, do a buffet worker have horror stories? Probably somebody like sneezing or coughing or being nasty over the food. That'd probably be if I had to answer for him. That'd probably be it. That would probably be it. Next question: would you have wait, what? Would you? I don't even know what they. All right, I'm just gonna say what I think they trying to say. Would you take 2 to 3 years of military service after a higher education if the government paid off all your student debt? Why or why not? I guess maybe if I was in school, then probably. It just probably, yeah, just to say that I have like that military experience and things, like that'll probably be my reason why. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not in school, so I can't really answer that. But next question. You and your child of around 10 to 15 find a car on the side of the road late at night. The driver has died from apparent heart attack in the boot truck. The trunk is $100 million or equivalent worth of gold bars. What lesson do you teach your child? Well, first off, why do they have that much money? Second, like, how did they, back to first, how did they acquire that much money and why are they driving, second, why are they driving around with it? Like, that's like, they found it off of they found it somewhere, got so excited, had a heart attack, died on the side of the road. And I'm like, yeah, I probably would call the cops because I'm like, look, I don't know what's going on here, but I ain't gonna have that one guy from that TV show, What Would You Do, pop up out the woods talking about, hi, my name is such and you're on the episode, what would you do? Like, Yeah, I just tell my child, I'm like, yeah, always in a situation like this, call the cops. If you don't trust it, call the cops. Because I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it at all. I'm like, if they do give me a reward, I'm like, yeah, that's what it was. I'm like, call the cops, make sure everything is okay, and ask for a reward. Because I'm like, yo, I could have just let this man took the money or took the gold bars, whatever they want to call it and stuff, went on my merry way. But no, I was being a good, nice Samaritan, called the cops and let you guys know, hey, this man had a heart attack and died, but he got like $100 million worth of gold bars in the back of his car. So I expect something, okay? Like, I mean, yeah, it's the right thing to do, but also in them Grand Theft Auto video games, when you did the right thing and the mission was completed, you get something. I don't want respect. I want cash. I want some money. I want something in return. All right. So that's just the greediness in America and things. But also, you like, no, you have to do the right thing though. Like, it was like, but no, like, actually, you know, it being dead serious. Because I'm like, honestly, I wouldn't even know where that money is going to. Because that money could be going anywhere. That could be going to like a charity or something. I'm like, nah. Then at that point, I'm going to feel all bad. So I'm like, nah, keep it. Because I'm like, on like that. It might be some bad luck stuff. All right. Then take it. The next thing you know, something then crazy happened. I ain't died. I'm like, I ain't fooling with it. I ain't fooling with this. So, anyways, next question. What happened to the person that took your? Okay. So yeah, we ain't gonna read that. We ain't gonna read that at all. In fact, we're gonna just end that. Yeah, we're gonna end that. They just trying to get way too personal with stuff. Like, I'm like, this is a PG podcast, okay? When the time is right and I start doing rated R podcasts, then I would discuss these questions. But until then, okay, this is PG, all right? I will not discuss. I mean, there's some things I will discuss, but I feel like this, you know, kids need to know about it. But I'm like, that's just like weird questions. I'm like, why y'all? I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this at all. But anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and it will knock $20 off your first purchase. So, that being said, talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching and or listening, and peace.